to download in our official website, www.chartnexus.com. So feel free to download it if you have not. The purpose of providing a free software is to enable fellow traders around the globe to make more informed decisions when trading in stock markets. Being around for more than a decade, we have established a substantial user base. I am sure a lot of you here in this webinar have been using ChartNexus software for years. Thank you very much for your support. Adding on, to enable you to chart on the go, we have also recently launched ChartNexus mobile app. It is available for both Android and iOS, and yes, they are free for you as well. To download it, you can search for ChartNexus Stocks Charts at respective app store. Select the eye-catching ChartNexus red logo and start downloading. Having said that, throughout the years, ChartNexus have developed a wide range of robust subscribe module to further enhance your trading arsenal. And I'm here today to share with you one of these flagship product, XPertTrader, a tool that help you trade like a professional. Imagine 5 minutes before the market opens, you are so excited to get into a good trade and wish to grow your hard-earned money into a few more extra zeros. But you will probably be overwhelmed by what stocks to choose among hundreds of stocks. You might simply pick the stocks from the top volume, where likelihood you will be buying at the high and end up losing at the price drop. This is why we have this well-known saying that 80% of the people in the stock market loses money. So we are here today to make sure everyone watching this webinar can learn and starts to trade like a professional, and to make sure all of you belongs to the 20% minority group. How to be in this exclusive club? First of all, we will need a tool. What tool is this? It is a tool that can find the best opportunity in hundreds of or thousands of stocks. And in today's webinar, I'm going to showcase to you how XPertTrader is able to do that. Equipped with a wide range of built-in signals components, it enables you to screen the market within clicks of mouse. You can even customize your own screening rules, be it simple or complex. XPertTrader is able to identify the hidden gem for you. Okay, so for today's sessions, I have two main objectives. Right. First is to showcase you how XPertTrader enable you to capitalize on market trading opportunities. And second is to share with you that irresistible, very good news, which I will elaborate further in a short while. As you can see from your screen, this is the ChartNexus software that I have mentioned earlier. You can download it from our official website. I have the Nifty 50 here. It is currently running on a very strong uptrend. And as we all know, when the market is bullish, there are a lot of money-making opportunity. Problem is, how can you seize them? Here, before this uptrend, we in fact have seen there was a sell down where the markets hit the bottom before the rallies begin. Now, in trading, we always have an objective, right? And this objective is to buy low and sell high. So every to buy low to seek for trading opportunity at this particular point, which I'm showing on the screen right now. Okay, so we are looking for trading opportunities here, buy low and sell high. Right, and of course there will be a second opportunity. Is to buy high and then sell higher. So when we buy low, sell high, and when we buy high and sell higher, this requires two different strategies to help you to do that. And I'm going to demonstrate to you these rules using XPertTrader now. From the software, I can click on the Advanced tab, and there you can see the XPertTrader buttons over here, and this is where I can launch I'm going to focus on two tabs. Okay, let me share with you the XPertTrader in a while. Okay, so in the XPertTrader, we are going to focus on two tabs: the Rule Composer and the Stock Screener. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, as a trader, you have objective is to buy low, sell high, and sell high, buy high, and sell even higher. And hence, I will show you how I compose these strategies in the Rule Composer. Then within minutes, we will use this rule to screen the market in the XPertTrader, and I will go through the list of results with you. Okay, so let's look at the indicator tabs over here. Alright, and this indicator tab is where we are going to start off by looking at an indicator called the MACD. Okay, of course, which is the general and the candlestick tabs, which you can make use of it to compose more trading strategy. Okay, so let's look at the first tab first, which I'm going to focus today, which is the indicators tab, MACD. Again, now next to MACD there is a plus sign. This is where I'm going to click on it, and here I can extend the list. Okay, where I would be able to look at a list of MACD signals and that I can make use in the future mix and match exploration. Okay, you can use as well. For now, I will demonstrate to you one of the simple ones, which is called the MACD histogram cycle. Okay, now click on it and then add it to the Rule Composing window over here. Okay, so the next step is to set up the parameters. By looking at the parameters diagram over here, which my mouse cursor is pointing at right now, you will understand which are those parameters that you need to set up. From here, I am looking at R and G. So this is where I am going to set up the R parameters to 3. Okay, so what does R parameter stands for? R stands for rate. In fact, MACD histogram in chart nexus is configured in two different colors, red and green. And then when the histogram is in red, well, it usually tells us that stock price are in fact moving in its downwards momentum. And conversely, when the histogram is in green, it usually tells us that the stock price are moving in an upwards momentum. Now, here, this is where we are going to set up the parameters of the rule to have R equals to 3. This is to make sure that we are looking at stock price are moving down because we are looking at to buy low. Now, of course, we cannot buy low when the stocks is moving down, or rather we cannot buy immediately when the stock is moving down because the stock price can get even cheaper. So this is where we have to wait for the turning of the direction. So this is what the purpose of G is, because when the histogram turns green or G equals to 1, this is where it is telling us that the momentum of the stocks is about to change. Okay, so here, therefore, it gives us a sign, or what we call the triggering signal, to enter into the stocks for buying low and selling at a high. However, based on my trading experience, when trading in the market, trading volume is one of the important factors that we need to consider, especially when there is a trading signals with volume increase higher than the previous 50 days. This is where I will get the stronger signals. So what I will do right now is to enhance this rule by going into the general tab and extend the list of general and this is where I can find the word volume increase. This strategy, okay, or this rule enables me to look at where the volume has increased. Okay, so I will just click on it, click on add. So after, again, I can set up the parameters, and let's look at the parameters right now. So T1 and T2 are the parameters that we're looking at. Alright, now the parameters T1 represent the historical average volume that we would like to compare to. From my experience, if we want to qualify today's volume as high, we need to compare to the previous average volume. Okay? So this is where I am going to set T1 to 50. So this means that I am comparing the volume to an average of 50. T2, I am going to set it to 1. Okay. So when I do this, it means that I am comparing today's volume to the previous average 50 days volume. And next, I am going to configure the minimum percentage increase. I will set it to 1. Okay. Meaning to say, I want to have the volume at least increased by 1% higher than the previous 50 days. So now, within couples of minutes, we have already completed the first strategy. Let's save this and click on to the save button to save the rule. Okay. So I will name this as long strategy with MACD and volume. Okay. So once you have finished typing the name, you can just click OK, and you will have the rule successfully saved in the XPertTrader. Okay. And next, this is what we are going to look at, a breakout strategy. So this strategy is going to help us to screen stocks that we might have initially missed. It will give us the second opportunity to enter the market and make profit out of it. So right now I am going to reset the window to start a new rule. Let's look at this rule called price breakout bullish under the general tab. Simply select it and click on add. This is where you are going to lock it into the rule composer window. Parameter wise, I am going to look at T, meaning to say I am looking at the period that the parameter has broken out from its 10 days high. Now it is done. You may save the rule again. So when you click on the save button again, you are prompted to key in the name. So let's put in the long strategy with price bullish breakout, and click OK to save. Okay. Now, do take note. Once you have the rule saved, it does not mean that you can no longer change the rule. XPertTrader allows you to always look back and enhance or modify your rules to refine your trading. For example, forgot to suddenly remember that Ryan, myself, has shared with you during the webinar that volume is one of the important factors. So you might want to add in volume in this price breakout bullish. So right now you can just simply select on volume increase and add it to the existing rule here. Okay. And again, you configure the parameters. Now T1 equals to 50 and T2 equals to 1. Okay. And you may have some experience trading the market, and based on my experience, trading volume is the more, the better, the higher, the better when there is a price breakout bullish. So instead of 1 for V, right now I would like to set V to 30. So which means that when this price breakout bullish, I have a significant increase in the volume. And this will enhance my trading signal. Okay, so this is where I have successfully edited the rule. I click onto the Save Biscuit buttons again. And this is where you are prompted, click Yes to override the strategy, or click No to create a new rule. So once you click Yes, you have override the earlier rules, which means that you have successfully edited the rule. Now when you click No, you will be able to save this new rule into another name where you have preserved the previous rule. Right? So since we have composed these two rules, this is how XPertTrader enables you to create rules like MACD histogram with volume, price breakout with volume within ticks of mouse. Easy pull and drop function, no coding required, no scripting required. At this point of time, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, you have just mastered Rule Composer, one of the two XPertTrader main module that I am going to share with you. I will move on to the second module, the stock screener, where you can screen the market within minutes and get hold of list of stocks that fulfill the TA signal characteristics that we have set. Again, you may raise some questions in the chat room. Me and my colleague will attend to your inquiries clearly. Do let me know, okay? If everything is okay, I will quickly move on to the next crucial module of XPertTrader known as the stock screener. Okay, so everything is okay? Yes, Mohan, the MACD is standard 26, 12, and 9. Alright, so without further ado, let's quickly move on to the next tab over here, which is what we call the stock screener. As you can see, from the stock screener, there's a few sections over here. Right, the first section here is to select the drop down. Okay, so this is where you can find the rules that we have composed earlier. Right, so this is where we have long strategy with MACD and volume, and price breakouts. Right, rather long strategy with price breakout bullish. Okay, now if you remember, right, the first rule that we have composed, like MACD and volume, long strategy with MACD and volume, this rule will help us to capture the market low. Right? I will set the time frame. Right? So before I set the time frame for screening, let's select this rule. I will select the time frame, set the time frame to share with you how you could have capitalized onto market trading opportunities before it has even moved on. Now, let's look at look back to the Nifty 50. As I have labeled over here, this is where you can see the market bottom. This is where you would like to find trading opportunity, isn't it? Okay, so let's look during the periods over here. So this is where we see the Nifty 50 having the first bottom on the 12th of February, and it starts to move off into a trend where you are looking at 15th of March. Okay, now the performance of the market over here. So since the bottom to the high, the market has moved to about a 16%, 16% rally. Okay, so this is where we will look at that time frame, 12th of Feb over here, and to 15th of March. And this is where we can just simply press onto the start screening buttons, and we will get the list of stocks. Okay, so let's look at the first counter, signals together, which it was triggered on the 1st of March, before the week really kicks off. So let's look at NVIDIA. So just simply double click on NVIDIA, you will get the stock chart right out. And this is what you are looking at right now. Let me zoom in the chart over here. But over here, you can see clearly that Nvidia is actually moving over here, moving down. Okay, and the green arrow over here is the signal day, and this is the 1st of March. Okay, so this is where you are getting these signals 5 minutes before the market open or the night before, and the next candle over here is your action day. Now, if you have taken action over here, let's look at the performance of Nvidia. Right after that, it goes up by a 21.2%. Now, if you remember earlier on, we have looked at the index. As a professional trader, this is where we always like to compare our performance of the individual stocks as compared to the index. Okay. Now, we can see that the approximate gain for the Nifty is 16%. Whereas, if you were to put, or rather, if you were to choose Nvidia as a trading counters, you are actually getting 21%. So, which means that we have already outperformed the market. So, this is the power of XPertTrader that enable you to spot winning trades within a few minutes. Now, let's move on and let's look at the next counter. So, I can go back to XPertTrader and say right now I'm going to minimize the XPertTrader and put it side by side to my stock chart. Okay, and this is where I get Apollo tires. Okay, so I'm getting a trading signals for Apollo tires on the 2nd of March. Right, this is where I'm looking at Apollo tires over here, and from there, this is where you see it moves up to a decent 9.5%, which is quite good for us as well. Let's look at the ratio, Leyland. Right. So as you can see, Asia Leyland, there is a trading signals, 2 trading signals. In fact, you could have taken the opportunity on the 15th of Feb or 29th of Feb. Okay. So let's say if you have taken the signal on either of the day. Right. So let's say if you were to take the first signal, right, and have taken action, you are looking at a gain of 19%, which is still performing better than the index. If you have taken the action on the second signal, which is where you are looking at the long, right, on the next day, well, you are looking at 21%, which again, you outperform the market. Okay, so this is how we can pick the stocks at the low with MACD histogram, right? And to make this clearer and repeat this to everyone who is looking at my screen. Now, I want you to look at the signal arrows here. Do you realize that the signal arrows that we are looking at is in fact right after where the stocks has pulled back lower? So the stocks has, in this case for each hope, is moving lower and lower, and when this green arrow appear, well, this is where you are looking at the real bottom before the stocks really picks up and rally higher. Okay, so this is how we pick the stocks at the bottom. Okay, so let's move on to look at the second strategy. So let's click onto the back to XPertTrader. Alright, so when you do that, this is where you can continue to look for screening the strategy. Now, there might be some of you that will be questioning, what if I miss the bottom? What should I do? Okay, so this is where we are going to go through the second strategy, which is the price breakout bullish or price bullish breakout. Okay. Now, it gives me the second opportunity to enter the market in case I have missed it, or in case you have missed it. the initial uptrend. So let's look at it. Start screening, and press on it. Alright. So right now we have the list of results again, and let's look at the show right now. Okay, I want you to look at my mouse cursor. This is where you are looking at a green arrow that is pointing exactly at the bottom. Now, with the second strategy, I will call out the same counter A show. Now, I want you to appreciate the differences between the both signals. Okay, so you can see the first signal is in fact pointing to you at the bottom. The second signal is in fact pointing to you at the high. So this is what we meant by buy high and sell even higher. Okay, so this is the second opportunity that we have been talking about that allows you to capitalize on the market movement, which also giving you a very decent 14.3%. Despite not catching at the low, you are still making a very good profit if you have taken this trade. Okay, now let's look back to some other counters again. Let's go to XPertTrader. Let me minimize the screen again. Okay, and let's go back to NVIDIA again. Again, this is what you will be looking at. Now, if you remember NVIDIA, the earlier example, let me just go through with you. This is where we had the signals to buy low. Now, if I have missed this due to a busy work schedule or meetings, it doesn't matter. Why? Because I will always be given the second opportunity over here, right? Compared to the low over here. So this is the second opportunity which I have been given by the market, and this is what happened right after. I'm still in a decent 19%. Okay, so this is what we have done. At this point of time, I have achieved my first objective. That is to share with you what XPertTrader is made up of. To share with you how this professional module enable unlimited possibility in composing your own rules and screen the market with a multiple of configuration to fulfill your needs. And of course, I have shared with you these two strategies whereby they help you to capture the market bottom, and in case you have missed it, second strategy to identify the subsequent opportunity to capitalize on the market rally. So, my second and last objective today is to share with you a good news. But before that, I am going to ask you to remember what I have said today. To trade like a professional, to identify stocks like a professional, don't simply pick the stocks just from a newsletter or just listening from a friend. Save your hustle in picking the right stocks. Don't do it manually. You might miss the right one. India has hundreds of thousands of counters. Save the time by doing quality works. Now, a lot of you will be thinking a professional tools like XPertTrader will probably cost you thousands of USD. But no! In ChartNexus, we want to help you to trade like a professional, and we do not want you to be in the 80% of the traders that is losing money in the market year in, year out. We want to make it affordable to you. That is why we price XPertTrader at just USD 350 per year, less than $30 per month. And this minimum price, you will be enabled to monitor the market, compose your own trading strategies, and it will only take you less than half an hour. Now, my colleague has posted a link at the chat room. Listen to me carefully. Okay? I am going to give you a huge discount, 30% off. It is only USD 245 for 1 full year of subscription. That is only USD 20 per month. But because this is a very special offer, it's going to be available only for the next 15 minutes. And this 15 minutes, even if you write in, after this 15 minutes, even if you have write in, we cannot accept your payment. Okay. Plus, to help you to kickstart, I will give you the primary market historical data that is worth USD 61. Okay. And in case you like my presentations and you like my rules, no problem. As long as I see your name in the subscribe name list within this 15 minutes, I am going to give those exclusive rules that I have composed earlier. And how do you make use of these rules? Now, let me just share with you how this is what is going to happen. Now, once you sign up for the expert trader at just 245, I will export the trading strategy, long strategy with price breakout bullish, and long strategies with MACD and volume. Export this rule to you. What you just simply need to do is to go over to a button called import rule. Click on this import rule and select the two files that my colleague is going to send you right after this webinar to import the rules, and right away you are able to screen for trading opportunity. Okay, so this is a very important steps that you must remember. Okay, now to add icing to the cake, now we have a special strategy today. And what is this special strategy is about? Now, as everyone knows in the stock market, that trend is our friend. With trend, we can increase our probability of success as well. Now, we have today composed a special trading strategy that helps you to identify the trend of the stocks. Now, let me just share with you an example. I have this trend strategy right now. Okay, and with this trend strategy, what I can do is I'll just simply start the screen. Let me just extend the period. Simply start the screen. I will be able to get to know those stocks that appear in the list is in fact trading in the uptrend. For example, Manapuram Finance. So let's click and look at it. Now, as you can see over here, can you see that Manapuram is in fact trading in the uptrend? And did you realize that the green arrow is pointing a possibility that the stocks can continue its uptrend? And in fact, what you are seeing right now for Manapuram is it has continued its upward trend until today. Okay, so this is a very interesting rules that you might want to have. Let's look at this counter. Yes, Bank. Okay, so as you can see, what is the similarity between these two counters? Both are trading an uptrend, and the good thing here is you are getting the signals before the trend continues to go up higher. Right, this is what you actually want to get, isn't it? Okay, so this is what I would like to give you as well, for example, today. And the next important thing that you want to have is training. Okay, so to help you to make sure that you know how to be an expert trader, there is a support webinar for you. Once you have signed up at 245, this 1 year package, you can immediately sign up for our upcoming support webinar, which is going to happen on the 12th of May. Okay? Yes, it is next Thursday. You will learn how to utilize the expert trader and enhance your trading arsenal. And once again, do not miss this special offer. It will be valid until the next 15 minutes. I hope my presentations here today benefits you and gives you an insight on how to screen the market and identify potential winning stocks like a professional. And that brings an end to my presentations. Feel free to interact with my colleague Megan over here. The chat room, in this chat room, he will assist you if you have any query on signing up our expert trader for the 1 year usage. Okay? So with this, I would like to end my seminar, my webinar. And thank you very much for joining me, and wish to see you in the upcoming XPertTrader. I just want to answer one questions regards to the sell signals. Okay, so to answer your questions, I need you to understand where should we be looking at to sell. Okay, so this is where I would like to turn on an indicator, which is called the Bollinger Band. Okay, and first of looking at this Bollinger Band is to look for potential opportunity to sell. So first of all, did you realize that the stock has pulled back over here? Right, so the stock pulled back over here, but before it pulled back, my first arrow that I've drawn, in fact, you have seen the stocks cross above the Bollinger Band. Okay, so this is a potential signals to warn us that we should be looking at profit taking. Okay, so we can configure the XPertTrader to look for this. Okay, so this is exactly what we can do. In fact, I have prepared a sell signals over here. This is called the exit strategy with price breakout with MACD. Now, as everybody knows that when the MACD histogram we mentioned earlier, 3R1G, this is to signifies a potential bottom. What about a potential top? Right, it is the reverse. Okay, so in fact the reverse is you are looking at the G to be 3, the rate, the R to be 1. Okay, so this is where I've set the rule. Okay, and here I can screen say a week ago which are the signals that I can look to sell. So this is where I am going to screen, or probably have to screen a little bit longer. Let's screen over here. So for example, Berhad Petroleum, this is the signals for me to sell, and of course before the stock retrace. And good news for you, for those who are going to sign up right now, I'm going to give you this rule as well. So altogether, you are getting a treat from me. You are getting four trading strategies from us today. If you don't sign up within the next few minutes, even if you sign up later, you won't be able to get this special trading strategy. Okay, so I want you to take this opportunity right now. Don't miss the special price. Don't miss this 4 strategy. Next time, if you miss this, you probably have to pay a higher price, and you do not get a strategy. Okay. Right. So do talk to Megan to find out how you can sign up. Megan, please paste the link again. So do remember to sign up, and you will get the strategy.